Good evening and welcome to Game 2 of the 2020 IHWA Premier League Grand Final Series. It promises to be an absolute barn burner. We're coming to you live from the Cockburn Ice Arena for this important game between the Blackhawks and the Flyers Blue, and it's an important game for the Blackhawks. They win, they keep the final series alive for next week out here in Cockburn in 7 days' time. But if the Blues win, the championship is theirs. Paul Persick with you, and as always, it's a great pleasure to have your company. Luke Worthington keeping himself warm and all set for a big game. Luke Worthington, how are you this evening?
Good, Paul. Thank you. I am very excited for tonight's game. I think that more than likely we're going to see the series end. So it's a pretty exciting night when the chance of the cup being awarded is on the line.
Well, especially as well for the Flyers Blue. They win tonight, as you mentioned, and the championship is theirs. But it gives a little bit more motivation to the Blackhawks as well, because they are playing on their home rink. They've got the home rink advantage, and they want to put in a better effort after what had happened in Game 1 last week when they were soundly beaten 9-2, led off the work of Samuel Wilson, Kairos, and also Ryan Langle for the Flyers Blue, who want to repeat that big effort that they had in Game 1 in Perth last Friday.
Yeah, and now here come Flyers Blue, just about ready to get out onto the ice. I was actually speaking to a player from Flyers Blue before the game. I was telling them how I think that the bigger ice is going to favour their game. They think that the Blackhawks are going to be right in this one, given the fact that they're playing on their home rink. So, big game coming up.
But the bigger ice you mentioned would be a favourable advantage to the Flyers Blue as well, because they like to play that quick attack when they're moving the puck forward, because we saw that in Game 1 where they often got bigger numbers and better traffic towards the low slot when they were penetrating that area in transition, and that allowed players like Cox, Jeffries, Nurich, and also Kairos and Broad to level up to provide most of the scoring opportunities, led by Samuel Wilson, who scored that brilliant hat-trick last week, and watch out for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. This ice is going to favour the Blackhawks, like you mentioned. That's exactly the way. Sorry, if it's going to favour Flyers Blue, as you mentioned. That's exactly the way that they play this game. But the Blackhawks on their home rink, it's going to be a little bit harder. Another factor in this game is that the ice at Cockburn is completely different ice to the ice at Perth Ice Arena, where it's a lot slower at Perth Ice Arena. There's weird little bits of the ice where weird bounces happen. A lot of the Thunder guys are actually quite used to the way that the puck bounces weirdly at Perth Ice Arena. They've gotten used to it over time. So, and there's a lot of Perth Thunder guys on Flyers Blue.
Yeah, there certainly is, but also for the Blackhawks, they'll have to battle without a couple of their key players, being Tomic Sack and also Jason McMahon out through injury as well. So the question is, who is going to fill in that spot? Well, not a lot of contributors for the Blackhawks in Game 1. There's Lee Hammond, as you can see on your screen, played a good role in defence, but probably needing a bigger effort, as will this man, James Woodman. He needs more support when going into that when going into that Blackhawks slot as well, especially when they're going towards their attack with their work from the puck. Last week in Game 1, it was all about Woodman and Gould from the Blackhawks' point of view, but they lacked that necessary support when trafficking that low slot.
Yeah, they absolutely did, and like we saw Woodman playing the role of a puck-moving defenseman and also playing the role of a key forward at the same time. You can't really have somebody playing both of those roles. You need the puck-moving defenseman to have the key forward as a contributor for them to be scoring at a higher rate, and they scored a couple of goals using that style of play with Woodman, but it's certainly going to
be very interesting to see where Woodman and of course Caden Goulds go from defence into attack. Now, this may be the last game of the season if the Flyers Blue take out this one and seal the championship, but let's now play for you a couple of highlights from the 2020 IHWA Premier League season that was uncertain that wouldn't have gotten underway at all, but it did in June.
The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Champion Auto Glass, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dog, scrap metal recyclers.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena. Finals time once again. Game 2 of the Grand Final Series. All or nothing for the Blackhawks against the Flyers Blue side that have been on fire throughout the season. After the regular season, Luke Worthington, they played 15, won 12 times, lost twice, and tied once. and amazingly with a goal difference of 55, with 99 scored during the regular season, then another 6 in the semi-finals and another 9 tonight. So that adds up to over 115 goals for the season. This team just loves to score. The Blackhawks, they like to score as well, but they aren't as quick. But the ice here at Cockburn could be a bit of a leveller in terms of the speed and condition of the rink, and it's a lot quicker compared to the ice over in Perth.
Yeah, absolutely. The quick ice. I mean, the Blackhawks know how to play on this ice, but I think that it's going to favour Flyers Blue just as much. So it's going to be a closer game tonight, but Flyers Blue, I think they're definitely going to get the job done.
What about the atmosphere out here tonight in Cockburn? Obviously, you've been calling all the Perth games for much of the regular season, and also yours truly calling the Cockburn Ice Arena games for much of the season. The atmosphere here, just electric out here in Cockburn. They really love their ice hockey here, even in a crazy time here in 2020. The atmosphere, not just in the rink, but also at the nearby Cabin 401, which, by the way, produced a great steak for all the members of the crew here, so thank you very much all for that indeed. But the atmosphere here really reflects so well on local sport like this.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. And every time you come to Cockburn, it feels like for a big game like this, they managed to pack it out. So it's been fantastic. It's fantastic to see it again tonight.
And of course, keeping themselves safe even in a crazy time like this. Well, the players just about to get themselves set, but before we do, the tips for the night. I'm going to go for the Flyers Blue. They'll seal the championship tonight, but it's going to be a little bit more closer, probably about 8-5, the final scoreline.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Flyers Blue too, comfortably, without question. I would say the over is about 6 goals. Best
final plays. If we were to have a finals MVP, who would you put in?
Ben Bro.
Go Ben Bro. I'm going to say a tie between Bro and Samuel Wilson.
Okay, fair enough. I thought Kairos would be up there too.
Well, he hasn't been in the scoreboard as much as he would have wanted to, but he has played a key in the
and
scoops.
Woodman, to be honest, if you were to give it to someone from the losing team.
Yeah, definitely. Woodman, he's been like the lone hand, so to speak, for the Blackhawks in what has been a tough grand final campaign for them so far. Of course, beaten 9-2, pardon me, in that first game over at the Perth Ice Arena last week. They want a better effort tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I think we're going to see a very similar game to last week. The Blackhawks are going to be slightly more fired up. But other than that, Flyers Blue know what needs to be done.
As you see, the Blackhawks just huddling up alongside the net. Well, Sack and McMahon not playing tonight, obviously being ruled out with injury. They've had a handful of injuries in the last 5 weeks. That hasn't wholly curtailed their campaign, but has put a little bit of a dent in it. And also the Flyers Blue, the top side, they've proven to be the dominant side in the competition. As mentioned, 12 wins, 2 losses and a tie in their regular season campaign, soundly defeating the Sharks in the semi-final. And then in Game 1, 9-2 victors over the Blackhawks over at the Perth Ice Arena. 1 win away from lifting that pennant in season 2020. Starting 5 for both teams. Looks
interesting to see Woodman will be starting on the bench.
Yeah, Woodman starting on the bench as you noted. Caden Goulds is going to be starting on the ice. And so will Blake Cuthbert for the Blackhawks, but also Jamie Campbell for the Flyers Blue, Andrew Cox, and also Jordan Kairos, as expected, to start from the rink. Just a few moments away now from the puck dropping for the first time. Let us know where you're watching from, and you can share our stream, whether it's from the Front Row Screens Facebook page or the IHWA Facebook page. We hope you can join us for the next hour or so. Thanks to CD Dodds Scrap Metal Recyclers, and of course for the Power Plays Champions Auto Glass. We thank them for coming on board in season 2020. We're about to get the puck drop for the first time. It's grand final game 2. 1 win away for the Blues. Or will the Blackhawks keep the series alive? Towards the inner wing of our commentary position, Cox towards the low slot, looking for the score straight away. That was by Langle. Langle, does he get it in?
No.
No, it's just held onto there by the goaltender there in Liam Minson. And that'll mean...
So Minson had the puck. The referee had blown the whistle before that puck went into the net. The puck was tipped out of Minson's hand by a Flyers Blue stick.
So here we go, another face-off. The Flyers Blue already in that zone. Kairos, slap shot from the high point, saved again by Minson. And that'll mean a repeating proceedings. Played just under a minute in this opening period. It was pretty much like game 1 to start things off. Look, the Flyers Blue controlling the puck in their attacking zone and not giving the Blackhawks any chance to try and reel it in without the presence of Woodman and Caden Goulds. But the Blackhawks win that face-off this time. Hammond alongside the end boards, pressured by Cox to turn it over. But his blind pass finds the path of Graham. Goes towards the defensive zone, but only as far as Brote. Cox gets it again. He had plenty of it last week in game 1, but turns it over. Campbell working it on the outer wing. Looking for the centering pass towards open ice, and now they're going to work it from behind the goal line. Cuthbert, pressurised there by Campbell. A quick turnover. Very well done there by Graham. Looking for the pass, but he had nowhere to find. And it is going to be a whistle. That's going to be blown. And that'll mean a secondary face-off. And that's going to be on the inner wing of the attacking zone for the Blackhawks. They want their first score on the board, although the Flyers Blue have had 4 shots on target to the Blackhawks 0 in this opening period. The puck will drop on the inner wing now. So it's going to be won out by Davidson. Thrust it forward, pressurised there by Nurich. And now on the edge of the line. Puck hoisted to open ice. Well played there by Nurich. Ably assisted by Jeffries. Jeffries on the breakaway. Under pressure there from Minson. Well done by Jeffries to keep the puck at his control. Campbell got to look for the centering pass out to Wilson. He was in his path. Elects to go from behind the goal line. Lamb, slap shot from the edge. Scrambling for it. Blackhawks with greater traffic in the defensive zone. Now they're going to work it through Jamie Woodman. Woodman now from behind the goal line. Facing a few difficulties from Nurich. Still controlling it brilliantly is Woodman. Just manning the puck on the edge of the line. Long hoist shot. Well saved there by McCann under pressure. It was played under 3 minutes in this opening period. Still 0-all the scoreline thanks to CD Don, Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champions Auto Glass. The Blackhawks just having to slow down the tempo a little bit because the Flyers Blue Luke are a fast tempo, fast breakaway side. And
that was a really good scoring chance there by the Blackhawks. Woodman put the puck on net. They got the tip in front. Unfortunately, the tip just went onto the logo of McCann. So let's see what the Blackhawks can do here as we get back underway. Paul Graham is in the dot, ready to take the face-off against Cox. One back by Cox. Push back behind the net, going to be collected now and worked out of the zone by Kudla. Here he comes through the middle. The speedy defenseman working it in down low, set it in front, saved by Minson, worked around, back behind the net. Here's Cox. Push back to Kudla, shooting and a save.
Magnificent save by Minson, very well done.
Minson, and Paul, you're going to, I think, get a new appreciation for the sport, seeing your first game this close up.
Well, it's right in the thick of the action, Luke, because in the regular season games, we were right amongst the bleachers while you were calling the games in Perth at the same time. But to be right amongst the action, it gives you a good, immense experience.
So now here's Cox, ready to go in the offensive zone, back up against Graham. Back behind the net, it was nearly cleared out of there by Hammond. It was. Now pushed back out to the middle. Here come the Blackhawks the other way. Cuthbert trying to work it in down low. Couldn't quite get it there. Blackhawks trying to shovel it out, but it'll go back to Blue. Top of the blue line, pushed back in by Hammond. Controlled now by Campbell. Working it around through the middle is Andrew Cox. Here's Campbell again. Trying to center it across to the wing for Kairos. Backhanding it for Cox. The intended receiver, Cox, just missed it. Battling for the puck with Goulds down the left wing. Push back out to Bro. Here comes Ben Bro. Centering it across to Kairos. Back to Bro. He scores.
Magnificent play there by Brote and Kairos. Working the puck well outside the centre line. And it was that set-up pass from Kairos allowed Brote the easy opportunity off the low slot to score the first one of the night. As we see here on the replay, thanks to CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers, Brote under pressure, able to get it to Kairos, and Brote was the only one that was roaming inside the low slot. No Blackhawk forming any direct traffic. That's a bit of ordinary defence by the Blackhawks. But great offensive play by Brote and Kairos. Watch out for them. They're going to be a deadly combination tonight, as they have been throughout the season.
And Ben Brote just rocked up at the game, may I add. Face-off is one back where it's collected by Wilson. Pushed up ice for Bro. His second touch to the puck. His first was a goal. Here's Bro again. He received the pass by Lamb. Tried to backhand it down in where it can be skated onto by Jeffries. Puck was stomped up by the Blackhawks. They try and clear it out of trouble. Push back down low. Behind the net, Jeffries. Puck got tipped off Minson's stick. Now Woodman tries to clear it out of there for McCulloch. Pushing it up ice, the Blackhawks, but it was stopped by Blue. Here's Woodman shooting. And a save by McCann, his second of the night.
He's providing some crucial saves, isn't he, McCann? You know, he's been the goalkeeper, the net tender of the season without a shadow of a doubt. But again, it's all down to Woodman not getting that necessary support inside that attacking zone. That was their downfall in game 1. Let's hope it's not so again in this second game. Keep in mind, though, the Blues have got 8 shots on target. The Blackhawks, this is only their second.
So we're back underway now. Behind the net is Kudla. Working it around for Kairos. He's going to flick it up the left wing. Finding Cox in the middle. Cox has a couple to beat. He's going to steam it out to the left wing. Looking for options. Cox pressured heavily. And the Blackhawks do a good job to chip it back up ice, but it'll be skated onto and stopped by Campbell. Wheeling around, pushed it in the middle. Langell tipped off his stick, went to Kairos. Cross ice, saucer pass on the backhand for Cox. Gets covered up by Minson.
Cox was a little bit unlucky there because he was on the path to flick in an easy goal on that low slot, but his wheels got in the way there at that last moment. But again, this seamlessly effortless transition by the Blackhawks, by the Flyers Blue, I should say, is really catching the Blackhawks off guard, as was the habit in game 1. So an important face-off here. It's in the Flyers Blue attacking zone. 11 minutes 17 still to go. Kairos off the high point. Hoist shot saved again by Minson on the top edge of the goal crease. And that'll mean a repeat in proceedings. 11 and a quarter minutes still to go. 1-0 on the CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers scoreboard. Flyers Blue, the top side, up against the Blackhawks. They finished in 3rd after the regular season. Won their semi-final in a shock win over the Flyers Orange. Cuthbert breaks away from the defensive zone. Wrist shot. Well saved again by McCann. Now they're going to work it from behind the goal line. Campbell. Ambitious shot there from the edge. Graham looking for the tip in. Couldn't get it off in time. Travelling along the edge of the boards. The Blues looking to do everything they can. That's a good bump there by Cox. Allows Campbell to find an easy path. Goes for the pass. Kairos off the edge. Ricocheted off the pole. That would have been a goal of the season contender, no doubt. And now Graham on the breakaway from the edge. Saved by McCann. No tip-in opportunity for the Blackhawks, and that's going to allow Nurich to work it out of defence. And look who's on his own. Nurich to Anthony Nurich. Inside the shot. Shoots. And from point-blank range misses, but there was a referee's whistle.
So slashing is the call from the ref. I wonder if they're going to say that that impeded the shot, because if they did, it's going to be a penalty shot, that is.
As we have a look at the replay here, Nurich, and it looked like a bit of obstruction there with the stick, with the slashing there. That's going to be against Goulds, but no penalty shot.
No penalty shot.
So that will mean Caden Goulds will spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. Good call by the ref. He was spot on there.
Absolutely.
As we can see here, Jeffries winning the face-off, but was miscontrolled. Davidson now under pressure from Jeffries. Brote providing some support. Out of defence, it's hoisted out of there by Casey Minson. Is it icing call? No. Referee says get on with it. And now Nurich along the end boards. Intercepted by Davidson. Davidson looking for the wrist shot towards the goals. No avail. Anthony Nurich pinned to the boards hard there by a couple of Blackhawks. It's a scramble for it. McCarlick it is, I should say. Towards open ice. Now from behind the goal line. Nurich to Nurich. Kalen Nurich. Jeffries. Good chain of passing here by the Flyers Blue. They're in their attacking zone. Jeffries from the corner. They're going to work it from behind the goal line. Jeffries under pressure there. Slap shot from the high point above the goals and off the net. That'll mean a repeat in proceedings for the Flyers Blue. It's going to be deep into their attacking zone again. Flyers Blue dictating the game on their terms at the moment. Despite having 5-on-4 in their favour, they're able to keep the flow going, keep the puck work at a good progressive rate at this stage when going from defence into attack.
Absolutely, Paul. And yeah, the Blackhawks have their backs up against the wall at this point of the game as it's one back to the top of the blue line for Kudla. Now here's Campbell shooting. It was blocked in front by Minson. Now here they come the other way. No, it'll just be tipped out and skated onto by Kudla, stopping up and slowing things down behind the net. Flyers blue power play bleeds down to about 50 seconds. Coming the other way now, Kudla. He was pressured heavily by Graham. Puck, stray puck along the wings, and interference is the call.
Yes.
Against who we will see shortly. So it was against Campbell. So we're going to see 4-on-4 hockey for the next 42 seconds.
No, in fact, it's Kudla. My mistake. Kudla.
Okay, so Kudla going to the box for interference. We're going to see 4-on-4 hockey for the next 42 seconds, providing no goals are scored. And then we will see the first Blackhawks power play of the night as we get back underway. 4-on-4 hockey. Campbell and Cox in the face-offs, won back by Cox.
It's all thanks to Champions Autoglass, by the way.
And pushed up out of there by Campbell. The Blackhawks stopped it at the blue line, but now Cox trying to collect the puck. Pushing it, cross ice for Kairos. Now steaming down the right wing. Kairos shooting one high and wide. And he's going to collect his own rebound off the end board, skate it back out to center ice. Dropping it back for Wilson. Here comes Sam Wilson, working it into the zone, dropping it back for Cox. Everyone's just going to have to get back on side. Puck bobbled over the line. Cox dumped that one down into the zone. It'll be skated onto by Woodman.
This is the perfect opportunity for the Blackhawks to get some heavy traffic on that low slot. They've relied on that heavily, but haven't got it for most of game one. They need it for game two.
Now Woodman in front, and the puck was just blocked in front. Wilson might have got there just before it went to the net as the puck goes sailing down the other end of the ice. Remember, this is a Blackhawks power play. So Flyers Blue able to clear the puck there without an icing call. Nearly stopped up in the middle. Good neutral zone pressure by Blue. Jeffries just jumped offside as he collected the puck. It bobbled over the blue line. He was there, but just had a foot over the line.
It was well spotted by the referees too. We must thank them and all the officials for doing such a great job across this 2020 season. And the fans as well, lining the bleachers and, of course, the inner side of the rink behind the goals, right alongside cabin 41. It's a great atmosphere over here in Cockburn.
Absolutely. Lamb batting it around. Actually ended up being a really good play. I think he was trying to make a pass along the boards, but no one was there. It trickles down the other end. Good penalty kill. As the Blackhawks try and clear it out of there. Jeffries all alone and a save by Minson. Rebound batted in almost by Bro.
That save will lift the Blackhawks there because Minson was under pressure alongside the goal crease, but a couple of easy tip-in opportunities warranted for the Blackhawks. As you see here on the replay,
a huge turnover in the defensive zone.
That should have been a goal. That should have been a goal to Jeffries. And how they didn't convert off that opportunity is a mind-boggler.
And a massive save there by Minson to keep the Blackhawks in this one. We're back underway. Puck gets one to the top of the blue line, nearly collected by Campbell, but now here come the Blackhawks the other way. Puck collected by Neal, working it in now and shooting was Graham, and it gets tipped back to the blue line. Here comes Andrew Cox, pressured heavily by Goulds, who's going to win the puck. Pushing it up ice, Goulds, finding McCarlick. Cross ice for Campbell, a great pass. Working it into the middle now. And it was turned over there by Campbell in the defensive zone. Andrew Cox working down the right wing, shooting at a save by Minson. Puck gets collected now by the Blackhawks. Here they come the other way. Paul Graham working it through the middle. Has to dump it in there. And a glove save by McCann.
Just under 7 minutes left in this opening period. 1-0 lead to the Blackhawks. All the penalties have been killed off by both sides. Side that goal from Ben Broke. No real impact on the scoreboard has been made. But one key number, Luke, we've got to have a look at is the shots on target. The Blues have got 14. The Blackhawks only 3 at this stage. So Flyers Blue have been menacing in their attack. Almost interference here. Under 7 minutes still to go. 1-0 the scoreline. Puck is on the Blackhawks defensive zone now. Goulds mans it. Works it to the outer wings and finds Davidson. But turned over again brilliantly. This is Nurich. Passes out back to Jeffries. Jeffries looking for the centering pass out to Nurich. Heavy traffic on the low slot there, but Broke on the high point. Looking for the hoist shot. Under pressure there is Minson. Jeffries looking for the backhand tip in, but to no avail. Jeffries on his second attempt, hoists it back in front of the goal line. Broke from the high point. Back under pressure are the Blackhawks. Broke working it steadily in front of our commentary position. Nurich scramble for it on the low slot. Jeffries, he gets it in! Jeffries scores! That's number 2 for the Flyers Blue. And the Flyers Blue have got the ascendancy in this game. 2-0 they lead with just over 6 minutes to go.
I thought during that sequence of play that the Blackhawks net front pressure could have been a little bit better in front of Minson. We saw on the first play, Jeffries was standing in the middle of a triangle of Blackhawks players. Nearly managed to tip it in. Second time, they get it done.
It was
and they
Liam.
lead the game 2-0.
And it was Liam Jeffries
again,
who's gotten plenty of the puck. So it's Jeffries and Brote inside that face. Inside this face-off at the moment. Well, I should say from the goals as well. Jeffries and Brote, who have been the goal scorers so far. None for the Blackhawks. They need to get one back against this run to rest the momentum their way. Remember, it's all on the line. Graham on the breakaway towards the attacking zone. Flicked off by Graham. Looking for the tip in there was Neil. High traffic there. Good high net pressure by the Flyers Blue. Almost inflicting the turnover. It's 3-on-1. Graham, can he get an easy tip it in? Shoots! No, he's missed! That was from point-blank range. Minson looking for the wrist shot towards the goal. Saved to his left by McCann. Unlucky for Graham. He was going at it from point-blank range.
I think that if we see the replay here, we might see that McCann poked his stick onto the puck as Graham went for the shot, and why it awkwardly bounced into the corner. We may see it, we may not, but I think that was what happened. Looking at the plate from down here, ready to get back underway now.
Tough face-off battle, eventually being won out by the Blues. That being there, Samuel Wilson, who scored 3 in the game last week. Beautiful forward pass out to Cox, and now the Blues looking for their third. The shot by Kairos is saved brilliantly by Minson, and there's a bit of tension going on here. A little bit of pushing and shoving. It's all part of that grand final game tension that everyone goes through early on when the pressure's really on. Flyers Blue lead at 2-0. With just about 5.5 minutes still to go here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. The second goal being scored by Liam Jeffries. Some good high net pressure by the Flyers Blue as we're about to get a face-off on the outer wing of our commentary position here in Cockburn, where the stands are just about packed.
And Kairos with a shot right off the draw. And, I mean, Paul, being down here, I think you can see how good a player like Kairos is, and as well as Cox, and the difference that you see down here when you've got two players like that buzzing in and busting down your door like they're the SWAT team every time they're out on the ice. It shows that it's a bit of a different ball game when there's players like this on the ice, as well as Bro and Jeffries. They're exactly the same. That was icing there.
5.25 minutes just remaining. 2-0 the scoreline in favour of the Blackhawks. Another number, we've always had an eye on the shots on target this evening. 20-4 in favour of the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks' opportunities limited by the high net pressure of the Blues in this period.
Face-off one, pushed in by Bro, tipped in front by Yirich. Couldn't quite get it on net. Went way over the netting and out of play, but a decent little setup there from Flyers Blue to try and get things going in their zone. They've got 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in this period. I think they're going to want to get one more. Jeffries winning the face-off back with help from Bro. Top of the blue line, Campbell pushing it in front. Yirich shooting and a save on the helmet by Minson.
Minson nearly lost the helmet in the process there and lets his long hair flow out.
And yeah, the back strap of the helmet looks like it popped off there for Minson, so play gets blown dead immediately, as it always does when the goalie loses a helmet.
But again, the saves Minson has made have been critical. You know, lucky it's not 4 or 5-0 at the end of the first period. Only 2-0, only because Minson has been making these incredible saves. One of the best net tenders in the competition.
I think that you could say if it was 4-0, there'd be a couple that Minson still wouldn't be entirely responsible for, so he's really kept them in this game. Minson ready now. Jeffries is in the dot. Wins it back, and it was shot in by Bro. Behind the net now, Gould's trying to get it out of trouble. Trying to whip it up ice, but Blue is going to hold it in. No, it'll get pushed back out, collected by Lamb. He whips it through the middle for Ben Bro. Now here comes Bro, faking a shot. Trying to dance his way around Hammond. Puck gets pushed into the corner. Now Yirich trying to control it. Hammond's battling with Bro. Back to Yirich trying to center it in front. Gould's pushed it out. Backhands it out by Cuthbert. And now skated onto by Lamb behind the net. 4.5 minutes left in this first period as Flyers Blue lead 2-0. Puck getting tied up in the corner. Worked out of there by Wilson. Pushed out to the middle for Yirich. Here comes Yirich in front. Couldn't quite get it away on the backhand. Sent it in front for Langell. Top of the blue line. Cox shooting it in. Just went wide to the low right-hand side of the net.
Good defensive effort there by Hammond to keep the Flyers blue at bay when they were trafficking in that low slot.
Hammond behind the net, trying to push it around. Cox went colliding with Goulds. Now down low, it's Cockburn. Backhanding it out on a huge collision down low with Langell. Now Cox in control of the puck, trying to work it past Hammond. He was sprawled out on the ice. Graham with a shove. Now pushed out to Kairos. Top of the blue line, it's Kudla. Shooting in, they score!
Oh, from the blue line, Kudla took his opportunity, saw some space, and was able to get the hoist shot in quite easily. That's number 3 for the Flyers blue. As you can see on the replay, thanks to CD Dodd, the pass there by Langell, and then Kairos allowing Brote to find some space off the high point and make the hoist shot count. And that's his first of the night. David Kudla adding another score to the board with 3:33 to go in this opening period. 3-0 the score, Luke Worthington. They are on fire, the Blues.
They absolutely are, as the Blackhawks win that one straight off the draw. Dump it in. It's down on the left-hand side, pushed around behind the net. Campbell using his big body to hold on to the puck. Working it around for Kairos, who dumped it into the zone. That's going to be icing. Puck goes red line to red line. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in this period. The Blackhawks just managing to get it into their zone, but unable to sustain much pressure, unfortunately, down there. Again,
what's been the key for the Blackhawks, the key problem for this side, has been like a mirror image of Game 1. You know, they've got Woodman and Gould penetrating the attacking zone quite quickly. They've got good speed when they're going from defence into attack, but they're just lacking support at the moment.
I think so too. As we get back underway. Face-off's one back. Woodman's going to skate onto it back in the Blackhawks defensive zone. With speed, he's going to enter the zone on the right-hand side. Now looking for options, shooting. Pad save McCann. Now the puck's won back by Flyers blue. They're going to try and work it up the left-hand side, and it gets pushed back behind the net. Kudla's going to try and control it out of there as he usually does. Pushed up for Jiric, trying to work it out of there. Jiric controlling it still. Good defensive play there by the Blackhawks to win possession of the puck in the neutral zone. They dump it in. It's going to be skated onto by Hammond. No, Kudla's just going to win the race to the puck. Managed to get the jump on him. Now down low, Campbell working it out of there for Bro. Cross ice pass.
Good
bounces
pass
off the sidewall for Jiric. Trying to push it through the middle, but the play was broken up. Good pressure by Minson. And the puck gets pushed right back out into the middle of the ice where Campbell's going to control it. Campbell across to Kudla. Flyers blue trying to look for a way to exit the zone. They do. Jiric collects the pass from Bro. Down low he has the puck. Centering it across the saucer pass for Jeffries. Now the puck's going to be collected by Woodman. He's coming back the other way. Can he get the support he needs this time? Pushed in front. Tipped into the corner. Didn't quite hit the net. Puck gets pushed out to the middle. Controlled by Goulds, and Kairos was just offside.
That was going to be an easy opportunity for Kairos to steam in towards the goals and have a shot from point-blank range, but referees were just spot on there, just 1 second quicker. You would think that would have been 4-0 very easily, but at the moment 3-0 the score. Less than 2 minutes, a minute 55 still to go here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. All thanks to CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers, and Champions Auto Glass, Front Row Screens, and DRN1 taking this game as well. Goal scorers so far: Jeffries, Brote, and Kudla. 3-0 in favour of the Flyers blue in this second game of the grand final series. The puck is worked back to offensive ice. Kairos has got some space, looking for the easy flick towards Jeffries and Cox. Working it back from behind the goal line. The puck goes loose and finds Kalen Jiric. Jiric pressurised by a couple of Blackhawks players. He gets the forward pass in towards Campbell. Turned over by Goulds.
Ref has his arm up.
He does indeed. Goulds from behind the goal line, looking for the tip in from the corner. But it's saved there by McCann. And was that an interference call? It looked like it was. And that is going to be against the Blues. And it looks like Ryan Langell is going to spend some time in the penalty box. And another Champions Auto Glass power play will be in the way of the Blackhawks. This is their biggest chance to add a score on the board. It is Ryan Langell.
So yeah, Langell's going to take a seat.
Yep, for the next 2 minutes. And it'll be 5-on-4. This is the Blackhawks' biggest chance now. On the dot for the Blackhawks is Campbell. He wins the face-off, but goes only as far as Kudla for the Blues. Now working it from behind the goal line. Kudla's on the breakaway. No forward checking going on for the Blackhawks at the moment. Not even a little bit of stick checking going on. Kudla, he's running solo on the edge of the boards. just hoists it towards open ice from behind the goal line, and Woodman. And just manning it from behind the net now, looking for his best option. Goes with a long pass. Goulds just couldn't control it completely with the wheels. And that's going to allow the Flyers blue to turn it over again. Puck hoisted off. No icing called. Touched off the gloves, says the referees. Now Woodman. Inside the last 45 seconds of this opening period. 3-0 the scoreline in favour of the Flyers blue. Woodman on his own goes for the shot. Tipped off there by McCann. Woodman going for a second shot. And also misses. No luck here. Goulds, he's got to look for the back pass. On the edge of the line goes Campbell. Looking for the wrist shot. Well blocked off there by Brote. On the centre of the slot. Looking for the tip in there. And again, that's 3 opportunities gone begging for the Blackhawks. Looking for the easy tip in towards the goals. It's all down to that front net pressure that the Flyers blue have got going on at the moment. And it'll mean a little bit of a delay in the moment with 20 seconds still to go on the clock. The scoreline 3-0 in this game. Opening period, game 2 of the grand final series. Kairos and Woodman battling one-on-one. He gets the flick forward. It's going to allow Cox to build some space on the low slot. Centering past to Kairos. Shot from the edge. Just misses. Cox's pass back out to Kudla. They're going to look for one more chance, but it looked like the referee's blown the whistle.
I thought that was a tough offside call for him down here, but
it
is a tough job being a ref. I thought that he just might have been in, but we're going to see a neutralised face-off, and that's going to end the first period.
Yep, that'll most likely be the last play.
With 4 seconds left.
There won't be a second chance, as you mentioned here. Neutralised face-off. It's going to be won by the Blues, but that'll be the last of the action unless Campbell breaks away towards the centre slot, shoots, saved by McCann on the buzz-up, and that'll do it. Well, it was all Flyers blue at the end of the first period, and they lead at 3-0 at the end here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Luke, again, the Flyers blue owe their lead to a very strong burst of goals in that opening period, as they meant to in this game.
Yeah, really strong opening from Flyers blue. I think exactly what we expected. The Blackhawks, I think they're playing with a chance to get back in this one, however.
Well, they need a big second period to get back in this game because the backs are against the wall for the Blackhawks. They trail the Blues 3-0. We'll take a break, but when we do come back, all the second period action from the Cockburn Ice Arena. The Blues leading 3-0 in Game 2 of the Grand Final Series.
Commodore, Mustang, Camaro, Tickford, V8, supercharged, diesel. We don't care what it is, we just make them better. Visit formulatech.com.au.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena. At the end of the first period, 3-0 the Blackhawks lead in the Flyers blue lead, I should say, over the Blackhawks in Game 2 of this best-of-3 grand final series. The Blues win, the championship trophy's theirs. If the Blackhawks win, of course, they will send it to a decider next week here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Let's take a look at the CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers highlights. The Blues were right on top from the outset, Luke Worthington, with goals aplenty, as they have become known in 2020 of their game plan. Score goals and score them quickly on the burst, and that's what we saw once again by the Blues, especially this fine goal here from Kairos to Kudla, combining brilliantly, and Brote finishing it off.
And the shots are 22-7. Flyers blue doing a lot of damage on the rush, and they're doing damage when they set up shop in the offensive zone as well.
And they look much better set up when they're going from defence into attack, because they're able to bring numbers forward and bring plenty of front-end pressure towards the slot and bring in more traffic for more opportunities at goal.
Absolutely. I think the Blackhawks get back into this one by just trying to, I don't know, angle them out into the corner a little bit. They're getting a lot of chances in front. That's on the rush. They need to be a lot meaner in front of the net. There were a couple of chances, and you can especially see it down here where they were just soft in front of the net. So I think it's going to be all about net front presence and just trying to push them out wider on the rush when they're coming into the zone, Flyers Blue.
Second period underway, the puck dropping, and it's been won by the Blackhawks, this face-off. And now they're going to work it from the centre into the direction of Goulds. A little bit of a glove fight there. Campbell winning out. On the edge of the blue line, Campbell hoists it towards open ice, but quickly covered there by Casey Minson. Casey Minson with a pass out towards open ice, but the Flyers Blue got more numbers in that defensive zone. Broke was one of them. Beautiful pass out there to Lamb. Lamb looking for the open territory. Minson just deflecting that one off to his Blackhawks teammate there in Casey Minson. Had a couple of easy controls of the puck early on. Going along the wings, Woodman, and the referee's blown already. He's blown his whistle already. It looked like it was an offside call there.
Yeah, it was.
Well spotted by the refs. They've been spot on. And it looks like, nope, no trip to the penalty box there. It looked like it was. But Woodman just having a bit of a talking to with the refs over that decision. It was a spot-on decision, I will say. 3-0 in favour of the Flyers Blue. They're in a dominant position, as they have been throughout the season. Wilson hoists the puck to open ice, covered off again by Minson in defence. Just manning it slowly behind the goal line, just trying to ease the tempo. They want to control it their way. On a direct breakaway, but it looked like there was a high-end stick interference there against the Flyers Blue. And that'll mean another face-off going the Blackhawks' way. And it looks like a penalty, I think.
So Cox is going to be taking a seat for a couple of minutes.
Yes.
The call is hooking.
Hooking. And that was a good call indeed. That'll be another Champions Auto Glass power play. Now they've got one out of the equation early on, the Blackhawks. Now is their time to convert off an opportunity, because as you mentioned, Luke, near the end of the first period, the Blackhawks had plenty of opportunities through easy tip-ins, but they just weren't able to convert. Now is their time. Here we go. Wilson on the edge, in front of our commentary position. Almost getting pinned to the boards there was Nurich. Centering pass from Nurich to Nurich, and again the whistle's blown. And the tempo just slowing down here at the moment. And it looks like Woodman's going to the box himself.
So Woodman taking a seat now for interference.
Yes.
I didn't quite see that one. Just had a couple of Blackhawks heads on the bench blocking my vision.
So it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. So that levels up the playing field for the Flyers Blue. We said for a moment that with this penalty that was against the Blackhawks, with Cox going to the box early on, it looked as though the Blackhawks had their best chance. Well, now that's gone. It's 4-on-4. They play their best, the Flyers Blue, especially when they're at full strength.
And we're back underway. Out on the side, it's Kairos after the tip went out wide. Now here's Wilson. He's collecting it in the zone. Working it in down low. In front, almost Langell. Muscled off the puck by Hammond. Now trying to come back the other way. It's the Blackhawks. Working it in down low. They're going to try and collect it through Campbell. Puck gets battered around, top of the blue line, dumped in by Hammond, skated onto by Gould, pressured by Yerich, working it around behind the net. Campbell's going to try and control it. Really good pressure there by Wilson to take control of the puck and dump it all the way up ice. And Minson's just going to have to freeze the puck there.
Well, he had to there, because there were a couple of Flyers Blue players there looking to try and take the puck off him while heavily manning that low slot. And Minson just had to play it smart there.
Absolutely. And maybe if they were just a little bit quicker to get to Minson there, the Blackhawks, they wouldn't have had to freeze the puck, but not too much trouble there. The only problem now is that Flyers Blue are going to be set up in the zone at 4-on-4. As the puck goes cross ice to Campbell. In front, Bro shooting it went wide. Now trying to collect it down low is Jeffries, but the puck gets stomped up on the backhand by Campbell. Jeffries down low, centering it to Bro. Here's Bro looking for options, shooting, saved by Minson. 42 seconds left of 4-on-4. Then a short power play for Flyers Blue with 12 minutes and 48 seconds left in this second period. Flyers Blue still in command with a 3-0 lead. They lead the series 1-0, and a win tonight will see them lift the cup at centre ice following the match. One out to the side, collected by Hammond. Pushed into the middle, Kudla skating back. Pushes it up the left-hand side. Now here comes the Blackhawks. Puck gets shot in, whistled across the ice, went wide. Trying to set up in the zone. They dump it in through Goulds. Skating onto it down low, Kudla. He manages to work the puck past Neal. And now in the middle, it's Jeffries coming back the other way. Gets pushed hard into the boards. Lost his stick and control of the puck. Good play there by the Blackhawks. Campbell gets tied up against the wall. The biggest player on the ice and the smallest player on the ice in a scrum along the side wall. But the puck gets pushed out for Kudla.
Flies Blue. Breaking away from defence. Kudla. Great solo for Kudla. Shoots. And frozen again by Minson. And it will mean the end of the power plays in just a matter of moments, both of them. With just under 2 minutes to go, 3-0 on the CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers scoreboard. 3 goals for the Blues so far. Jeffries, Brote and Kudla. And for the Blackhawks, yet to hit the scoreboard, but they're very eager to. They've shown a little bit more in these last couple of minutes. But with the puck in their defensive zone, they'll have to be very desperate and put in some net front pressure at their best. The puck goes towards the goal line. That allows McCann to tender quite easily and send it out there to Lamb. Puck in the air momentarily. Wilson controls. Goes for the forward pass out to Campbell. Cox goes for the shot from the edge of the high point. He misses. Kairos and Lamb. Graham providing some support with Woodman. And now the Blackhawks are away. The pass looking for Graham and Lamb. Couple of big bodies scrambling for the puck from behind the goal line. Well played there by Wilson, getting the pass and freeing some space for the Flyers Blue. They love to play on a very wide rink where space is the key. Cox out, pass out wide to Kairos. Kairos looking for the tip in. Well saved off Minson's glove. And the Blackhawks have an opportunity themselves through Graham to break away. Lovely pass out to Woodman. Woodman on the edge of the slot. He shoots. And again, McCann with the save. Well, that's a wasted opportunity there by Woodman, if I could say so myself. And it looked like some interference going on there, and that's going to be looking like a neutralised face-off, we may say.
And look, some people might say a wasted opportunity by Woodman. What I would say is that was a fantastic play by him to essentially be playing in a role that he does not play at any level of hockey, and still...
Well, you would expect him to convert those goals 9 times out of 10, because he was from point-blank range. If that would have been a converted opportunity, that would have put the Blackhawks back in the game. But here we go nonetheless. Kudla, shot off a step. Couldn't get it to the back of the net. Now he gets it back. Good outward pass to Jeffries, combining with Nurich. Nurich looking for the center ice pass. Turned over by Goulds. Goulds is on the breakaway now, but he's heavily manned by 3. Shoots! And again, McCann with the save, but it's tipped in! A lucky tip in there. Caden Goulds finally converts an opportunity for the Blackhawks. And now the scoreline is 3-1. You could say luck was on Gould's side there, but you've got to make every second of it count, as we see here on the replay, Luke Worthington.
What a great play down low by the Blackhawks. They managed to do what they've been trying to do all night, score on a tip-in. So really good job there. They managed to get it off the right pad of McCann, tip it in down low. They actually banked it off McCann's right pad to get it into the net, and they're stoked. That's going to fire up the bench quite a little bit. And there's a long way to go in this match, not even halfway. Working it up the left-hand side now, Yerich for Blue, trying to push it across. It was pushed out of there by Goulds. Top of the blue line, Kudla whistled that one in, but play's blown dead.
3-1 for the Flyers Blue. Gould scoring the goal for the home side, the Blackhawks. And that was their 10th shot on target, by the way, as well. And the Flyers Blue, meanwhile, scored 28, which is quite an alarming number if you're the Blackhawks, because you've had limited opportunities.
So play back underway. Top of the blue line, Bro. Trying to push it in there. Puck gets tied up on the left-hand side. Jeffries is down low. Top of the blue line now. Kudla has a wide-open chance, and it just got tipped in front and went wide. Now coming back the other way, Jamie Woodman has a couple of options. Woodman stopping up, shoots himself, and a save by McCann. Hit the mask. He's just going to have to adjust his gear here, but a rocket there on the wrist by Woodman.
Well, Blackhawks are starting to show a little bit more aggressiveness on the attack, especially when they're controlling the puck with the likes of Goulds and Woodman starting to really fire now. These last 3 minutes have been all theirs.
So let's see what the Blackhawks can do here. A rare offensive zone draw for them. What can they do? The face-off is going to be taken by Davison against Cox. It's won back by Cox. Skated onto behind the net by Yerich. Tied up by Cuthbert. Trying to work it out is Goulds. And the puck's still tied up down low. Sorry, Davison trying to work it out of there. And now Langell coming the other way. Working it up the left-hand side is Langell. Just lost his footing there. Going to come back the other way. Nearly the Blackhawks. Lamb does a good job to cover some ground. Get to the puck. Backhanded it up. Good play by Davison to keep it in. The ref's arm is up. What have Flyers Blue done here? And they touch up the puck. We'll see now. The call on the ice is slashing. So it's going to be Yerich taking a visit to the Champion Auto Glass penalty box.
We mentioned on the Champions Auto Glass power play that every chance you have to convert with these power plays. With the Blackhawks now 3-1, this is now their best chance to try and ease up the momentum, try and take it back their way with this short-handed goal if they can convert.
Top of the blue line, Woodman pushing it in. Nearly tipped in front, but it was blocked by Kudla. Skating it around down low, Kudla. Puck got tipped into the air. Nearly taken away by Hammond. Campbell did a good job to clear it out of there, but now Kairos is coming the other way. Kairos trying to work it around in front, stopping and wheeling back. Finds an option on the blue line in Kudla. Now David Kudla. What can he do here? He's going to skate it back out to the middle and try... Get everyone back on side. Puck gets turned over at neutral ice by Goulds. Shooting! And it was a save off the shoulder by McCann. Puck gets collected low by Campbell. Pushed around in front. Save McCann.
Close call there for McCann. Really close call there by McCann because Graham was the best out of the traffic on the low slot to look for the easy shot towards the goals. McCann just really had to keep a laser eye in on that puck and make the easy save, as you can see here. Campbell with the cross-ice pass out there to Goulds, back from behind the goal line there to Graham. And that would have been an easy goal if not for McCann's brilliant save inside the goal arc. So with just under 9 minutes to go, 8 minutes and 40 remaining in this second period. Remember, for all finals games, 15-minute periods with time stoppages. So on the dot is Brote for the Blues and Goulds for the Blackhawks. Goulds retains control off the face-off, goes for the shot. Saved off McCann's pads. Puck is now worked towards the outer wing. Minson tries for the shot. Blocked off there by Brote. The puck now trickles behind the goal line. Graham recovers it. Going towards the slot. Picked off brilliantly there by Campbell. Minson with the intercept. Off the high point. He shoots. Ricocheted off McCann's pads. And onto the net. That will mean a face-off on the attacking zone for the Blackhawks. They've still got about 50 seconds worth of this power play still to go. There've been a handful of power plays, but not a lot converting in this game so far. Goulds again wins the face-off, thrusts the puck forward towards the goal line. Goulds with the shot from point-blank range. That one goes nowhere. Wilson pinning Goulds to the hardboards. Woodman hoists it out. And it looked like there was a bit of ice stick interference there. Yes, it was. And that's going to be against the Blues. So again, it'll mean 5-on-4 play. And that man there is Jeffries, who's being sent to the penalty box for 2 minutes. And that'll mean another Champions Auto Glass power play. It'll be 5-on-3.
Jeffries arguing with the call with the refs. I tend to agree with him. I thought that was quite a soft call down low. When there's a battle for a puck going on like that and a player kind of makes a move to shove the player off the puck, what are you going to do?
Blackhawks have got the best 40 seconds here to try and convert and expose a few gaps.
Absolutely, a 5-on-3 power play. Woodman, top of the blue line, pushing it across. Now looking for options on the left-hand side. Minson back to Woodman. Shooting save by McCann. Got to be better than that on a 5-on-3 power play.
You had Graham on the inner wing as well. He had about a metre of space. He could have gone for the easy slap shot and looked for the goals then.
So Graham, yeah, would have had the chance for a one-timer on his offhand. Would have been interesting to see. Play back underway. Wilson tried to clear it out of there, but it went over the netting. So still 24 seconds of 5-on-3.
They've still got plenty of time, the Blackhawks, if they want to score off this, if they want a short-handed goal off of this power play. This 5-on-3, they're at a tremendous advantage now. They just need to convert.
Face-off won back by the Hawks. At neutral ice, it's Woodman now. Woodman controlling the puck. Right-hand side of the blue line. Cross-ice pass, finding Minson. Minson holding onto it. Saucer pass was tipped out to the right-hand side. Pushed across by Graham. Down low now is Campbell. Back to Graham. Top of the blue line, it's Woodman. Shooting.
5-on-4.
Nearly made it to the puck. Minson, but a diving play pushed the puck out of there. Now here comes Kairos. Play gets broken up by Woodman. 1 minute and 9 seconds left on this power play. Puck pushed in front. Nearly, yes, glove down by McCann.
McCann had a bit of a moment's hesitation there whether to freeze that puck, but he knew he had to play it smartly to rescue the Flyers blue out of another goal, possibly scored by the Blackhawks. And again, the Blackhawks' opportunities, there have been plenty of them. They've been able to even up the ledger in the shots on target. They've 17 compared to 28, but they just need more impact on the scoreboard.
So, ready for another minute of power play time, the Blackhawks. Face-off one back. Campbell controlled it behind the net. Whipped it all the way up ice. Good play. Hammond's going to skate right onto it. No, it's going to be Woodman. Woodman in control of the puck now, as he usually is for the Blackhawks. Managed to get the 1-2 pass off Davison. Push into the middle, and Flyers blue are just going to clear it out of there. Now Jamie Campbell has control of the puck. Going cross ice to Lamb. Pushed through the middle. Tipped off a stick as it went behind the net. No icing. Now Woodman's going to control the puck. Jamie Woodman with steam through the middle. Has about 4 Flyers blue players boxing him out. Takes a shot. It went out wide. Puck gets tipped in front of the net by Campbell. Pushed in down low by Hammond. And the puck gets pushed out to the Blackhawks defensive zone.
And now they're back at it now, the Blackhawks. They just got to show that added desperation that netted them a goal. And the referee's blown the whistle.
Offside.
Offside being called there. And that'll mean the opportunity has gone begging for the Blackhawks. And that was against Casey Minson, we believe. Yes, it was.
No, not offside. Well, yeah, it was offside. Okay.
It was, yes. It'll be a face-off along the blue, just alongside the blue line of the Blackhawks attacking zone. Another big chance here. Goulds down on his knees, hoists the puck forward behind the goal line. Kudla, who scored one of their goals early on in the first period, along the boards in the outer wing, and it's been called icing, and it'll go all the way back to the Blackhawks attacking zone, where another big chance at goal. 5 minutes and 47 remaining on the clock in this second period. The score 3-1 in favour of the Flyers blue. Flyers blue scoring 3 on the burst with Jeffries, Broughton, Kudla, and then in the second, Goulds opened the account for the Blackhawks. Flyers blue win this face-off. Kudla hoists the puck towards open ice. No icing called. Kudla goes off the net above the scoreboard. And again, we'll have a repeating proceedings. This time, though, it's going to go the other way. 3-1 in favour of the Flyers blue. The Blackhawks scoring through Caden Goulds in the second period, if you've just joined us this evening. In Game 2 of the Best of 3 Grand Final Series here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, thanks to CD Dodd. Brote manning the puck, centering pass out to Nurich. But it ricochets back. Kudla. Now Nurich, cross-ice pass towards Wilson. Wilson just needs to control it. Goes for the backhand pass to Kudla. He goes back to Wilson along the wings. Again, cross-ice pass, but it's towards open space. But look who it is. Graham. Graham looking for the centering pass. Ooh. Out to Gould on the slot. Just couldn't trap it. And the Flyers blue will turn it over momentarily. Minson working the puck along the wings, turned over by Nurich. He's got a chance. Almost pinned to the boards by Woodman. Nurich maintains control. He's got to go for the pass out back to Kudla. He's under pressure. Two Blackhawks going around him there. Cross-ice pass into open territory. And there are plenty of Blues all around the puck. Wilson just gently passes it out back to Kudla. Almost picked off there by Cuthbert. Kairos, who's been quiet on the scoreboard in the last 2 games. Back and forth around the Cockburn Ice Arena. Kudla almost pinned by Hammond, but ably supported there by Langle. 2-on-2. Both sides needing a little bit of support in this contest for the puck. They're now behind the goal line. It's flicked out of the pack. McCarlick, well played by McCarlick. Pass out there to Minson. Minson couldn't get the shot off, but he maintains control. Hoists the puck to open ice. In front of the goal line, Kairos. Just manning it behind the net now. Just trying to slow down the tempo and allow numbers to push forward. Good pass out there to Kudla, but it's turned over. Cuthbert flicking it again from behind the goal line now. Kudla intercepted. Neal almost forecheck there by Kudla, and the referee's blown the whistle. And it looked like there was a bit of slashing going on there.
Yeah, so the call was slashing.
Slashing against Kairos, and that'll mean a trip to the penalty box for him now. So the Blues have had a handful of penalties go against them, but they've been able to kill them with some good resolute defence in their defensive zone. Another champion auto glass power play. With 3.5 minutes still to go, again, the Blackhawks have got another chance to stem the tide. So Goulds and Cox are going to do battle on the dot. It's won by the Blackhawks, turned over by Graham towards the centre of the slot. The shot from the edge, McCann. Goulds almost tipped in, but goes over McCann's head. And the Blues ease up the pressure by passing towards open ice, but goes only as far as Woodman. Minson hoists it to open ice behind the goal line. They need to be a little bit tighter, the Blackhawks, in building their setup towards the low slot, because they're just hoisting it willy-nilly. Slap shot by Minson, shoots. McCann.
Good play there by McCann. Used his stick as a scoop to push the puck out of play, like they do very often.
Again,
the goalie's a clever move.
Certainly is. He's not just a good saver when he's up at full stretch, but he's also a good saver down low when he's at the crease. That's what makes him such a versatile net tender in the IHWA Premier League. Another face-off here being won by the Blues. Kudla manning it from behind the goal line. The puck hoisted, hitting the back there of Brote. And it's another whistle being blown.
What for?
An interesting whistle being blown here indeed. We didn't see any arms moving.
Possibly it was offside. I believe it was.
Yeah. Looks like the referee, one of the referees on the inner side, on the inner wing, were able to pick that up. And it'll mean a neutralised face-off. Jeffries wins it, goes out back to Kudla. Kudla hoists it towards open ice from the goal line now. And it's going to be Woodman who's going to work it from defence. Now to Minson. This is good play by the Blackhawks. Back to Woodman from the edge of the line. Goes back to Gould. He's going to look for the slap shot. Shoots. Ricocheted there off a Blackhawks teammate. And the Blues can hoist it up. Brote from the defensive zone, and it's saved there easily by Minson. And he's going to flick it out back to Goulds. On the breakaway, no forechecking. Good play in the meantime too by Campbell. Goulds looking for the easy opportunity. Was he charged by Kudla? That's the question. The answer is no. I thought that was a fair check too. It looked interesting because it came off a couple of steps though. Let's see here on the replay, thanks to CD Dodd.
No, Kudla made a good play there.
No, very good play.
Good move to get it to push the body off the puck.
Just to take him out of the contest, really, which is what you had to do when Goulds was on the easy path towards the goals.
And I mean, that's the exact point of a hit. People say that it's to rough up the other team. It's to separate their body from the puck. That's exactly what he did there. Now, offensive zone draw. Puck gets pushed to the left-hand side of the blue line, but evaded Woodman's stick. 2 minutes left in the second period. It's still 3-1 for Flyers Blue. They haven't scored a goal this period. Now here comes Woodman working his way in. And the puck gets pushed right around, controlled again in the Blackhawks defensive zone. Trying to push it out now. Here they come the other way. The Blackhawks working it in. The shot went high and wide. Now it's Graham pushing it in down low. Kudla behind the net, trying to work it out of trouble. Puck was backhanded around by Campbell. Graham's going to collect the puck again. Tipped in front, went out wide. Langell, a race to the puck. Now top of the blue line. Hammond trying to control it. Pressured heavily by Kudla. Muscled off the puck by Langell, and that is one of the softer calls you'll see in a game of Premier League ice hockey, especially a grand final. Langell does an incredible job to get Hammond's body off the puck, shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and the referee looks like he's going to call it
penalty
for interference.
Yeah, that was a bit of a soft interference call, you'd be fair, because Langell was really giving it everything in the contest like that, trying to separate the body from the puck in order to get the puck for himself. So I reckon Langell would be a little bit peeved, to be fair.
I think, you know, the referees, they do a good job every time they come out onto the ice, but this number of calls in a grand final is not what you usually would want to see. As the puck is at the top of the blue line, pushed into the middle. Lamb controlling it.
On.
Now here they come. Bro, in front, it ringed off the post. Now coming back the other way, the Blackhawks. Woodman with steam. Has McCulloch as an option. Lamb breaking up the play. What a play by Richie Lamb. McCulloch center ice. Looking for options. Scooping it out to Davison. Lamb's going to win the race to the puck behind the net. Sorry, as Kairos working it through the middle, trying to push it in front, and they're going to call a penalty on Woodman.
Yes, the referee's hand was being raised, and that's going to be against him. I thought that was a pretty hard contest on the inside of the slot.
I think it's time for the whistle to be put in the pocket, to be honest.
You have to be fair.
Getting a bit sick of this.
Yeah, you'd have to say, you know, so many calls. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, a little bit of interference on the back of the body there, looks of it. And so it'll be 4 on 4 for the next 35 seconds of this second period. 3-1 the score with 36 seconds left. The Blackhawks have been able to even it up on the shots on target as Minson saves a great shot there from Cox. 21-29. In favour of the Flyers blue, but also on the scoreboard, 3-1. Cox wins the face-off out the back, but automatically turns it over to Graham. Graham under pressure, almost checked on the back there by Kairos. It's a 3-on-1 scramble behind the goal line. Who's going to win out? It's going to be McCulloch, only momentarily, but he gets it back. Well played, McCulloch. Pass towards the centre of the slot, and another whistle's been blown. And it's against the Blackhawks again. McCulloch looked like some interference as well. So for the last 11 seconds, it'll be 5 on 3.
Very rare in a grand final at any level of ice hockey to see so many penalties, and it really has been the story of the game. Flyers blue have pretty much been on the power play for most of this second period.
But they haven't been able to convert, hence they haven't been held a goal on the scoreboard.
I mean on the penalty kill, and that's why they haven't been able to convert, because they've been a man down for most of the period. But I think now is the chance for them to convert while there's less players on the ice, because that's when they're going to be able to catch the Blackhawks out. Well,
Kairos, a slap shot, again saved by Minson to his left. And the Blackhawks deliberating with the refs again. In the meantime, 8 seconds still to go. If the Blackhawks, if the Flyers blue, I should say, add another goal in, then it'll certainly hurt the Blackhawks big time. Kairos on the edge of the blue line. Straight up pass. Kairos gets it back. Slap shot. Saved by Minson. The buzzer will go. And well, if you want to talk about drama in a single period of a game, then look no further. The Flyers blue held to nothing in the second period. They were able to kill off so many penalties, and the Blackhawks were able to only add 1 on the scoreboard. Hence the scoreboard being 3-1 at the end of 2 periods. And Luke Worthington, well, penalties have been the story of this second period, but also the Blackhawks, even though they only scored 1 goal, they've been able to show a lot more compared to what they showed in Game 1 over at the Perth Ice Arena. They're still in the contest. Don't write them off.
Yeah, absolutely. They are right in this one, and if the refereeing keeps going this way and they're getting a couple more power plays, they could get it. They could get one and be right back in it for the third period. So don't go anywhere in this game.
Don't you dare go anywhere, viewers, wherever you're watching, as the Zamboni comes in to do a little bit of work. We'll take a break, but when we do come back, the intermission discussion and analysis on the first two periods. The Blackhawks trailing 3-1 against the Flyers Blue here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Back with more action after this.
Commodore, Mustang, Camaro, Tickford, V8 supercharged, diesel. We don't care what it is, we just make them better. Visit formulatech.com.au.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
As the Zamboni gets back to work to put in a fresh layer of ice in time for the third period, we welcome you back to the Cockburn Ice Arena, where after two periods, it is 3-1 to the Flyers Blue, the top spot on the ladder side, up against third place Blackhawks. Flyers Blue only losing twice this season, the Blackhawks having lost 5 in the regular season, but with a positive goal score of 61. But as you can see here, the atmosphere is still very electric over here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. There's still one period to go, whether it will be the Flyers Blue that'll lift the trophy, or will the Blackhawks force it to a Game 3 decider. Luke Worthington and Paul Persick with you in the commentary position. As we can see on the CD Dot Scrap Metal Recyclers highlights, it was all the Flyers Blue in the first period, scoring 3 on the burst. But when the Blackhawks were able to score that one off a tip-in by Caden Goulds on the edge of the goal line, you knew the Blackhawks were right in the back of were back in the contest. They evened up the shots on target, but gee, so many more opportunities would have come their way.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pretty close fought second period there by the Blackhawks. I thought they played very well. Refereeing was the story of that second period. The Blackhawks were... the refereeing definitely went in their favour during that second period, I would say. I think if it wasn't for a lot of whistles being blown, Flyers Blue would be up by a couple more goals in this game. They have been short-handed for most of the second period. I think that the referees need to focus on just letting the game be played a little bit more in this one. Maybe in a regular season game, it would be kind of okay. In a grand final, not so much. I think you want to kind of let the game just be decided, especially when there's such calls that are really nothing calls that aren't really going to impact the game.
Look, there may have been soft calls in the final few minutes, but both sides have gotten the wrong way of the brunt, so it could have gone either way once those calls came about and both sides were able to get opportunities off those calls through face-offs. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how the teams respond in this third and final period. Although the deficit is 3-1, the Blackhawks, they've shown a lot more effort compared to where they were after two periods, because 9-2 was the score at the end of game 1. They've shown a lot more effort and desperation of the Blackhawks. So credit where credit is due to them. They've not just got Goulds and Woodman working hard in attack, but you've also got Graham and Neal providing some support. Casey Minson, who's also done a good job. And even Lee Hammond, there were a couple of plays from Lee Hammond late in that second period where his second efforts were just outstanding in keeping the Blackhawks in that attacking zone and the puck in their control.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we're going to have to see the Blackhawks now just create more on offense, because they've been solid defensively, but it's going to be more about just converting those chances they get off the rush, actually setting up properly in the zone and trying to score goals and not just tip-ins, really.
And a solid atmosphere over here at the Cockburn Ice Arena to top it off. We've had some great crowds here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, not just across the regular season, but also in this Grand Final Series game too. And that's what adds to what's so good about local sport, even in a time like this. We're getting crowds in, we're getting some great action to boot, and the atmosphere, it feels like a carnival here.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good crowd in tonight, and it's all thanks to the bar. There's a lot more people in there that you actually can't see on the camera. So really good turnout, and I'm glad that we're able to bring a good element to the ice hockey community here.
It certainly is, and not just here in WA, but all around Australia. And we spare a thought for those states that are unable to get action. And of course, with the National League being cancelled, it's all about putting your focus on the State League to see who the best talent is, whether it's from West Australia, South Australia, Victoria, or New South Wales, looking for their spot in the Australian Ice Hockey League for season 2021. Hopefully that should go ahead next year. Now, of course, this potentially being the final game of the season, we'll talk about some of the number one moment for you this season, Luke Worthington, across the 2020 regular season and finals. Which moment has stood out for you?
Wow, putting me on the spot. There was a goal by Geordie Kairos in a Flyers Blue game at Perth Ice Arena where he did the Connor McDavid between the legs move and managed to put one in the top corner. I think that was it. The
number one for me was here in Cockburn, and it was the Blackhawks Flyers Orange game in the regular season. Flyers Orange were leading 4-2. The Blackhawks were out of it with minutes to go. And then 2 goals in the last 2 minutes tied it up, and they were able to steal a point out of nothing. And I think another Blackhawks game as well. I think it was them against the Sharks, and they also were trailing by 2 goals. And Davidson, through this area on the offensive side of centre ice, just in front of our commentary position here, Davison was able to hoist one in from the blue line and able to cap off a comeback for the Blackhawks and seal a final spot for them. And it's all part of that close, high-paced action. And with it being my first season of ice hockey, you get that great experience from being in the elements, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd also say for you, probably one of the best moments is actually standing at this level of the ice, being right next to the bench, seeing the line changes and seeing how incredible these players are up close, because it looks a lot slower when you're up in the corner at Perth Ice Arena. I would also say that one of the best moments of the season was in the bottom of the table clash, Vikings and Chiefs, and the Chiefs managed to actually get their first win about halfway through the season.
Yeah, those teams proved to be quite competitive over the last month, especially the Chiefs. And you mentioned the Vikings. What about their win over the Flyers Orange late in the season, which proved to be the upset of the year? And my goodness, the celebrations over there were quite interesting indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. They celebrated well into the night. The Vikings, after that win, really solid performance by them, and they managed to beat Flyers Orange, who are the 3rd best team in this competition, and probably the 2nd best for most of the year up until the finals.
Now, as the teams are preparing themselves to get back out onto the ice, as you continue to have a look at the CD Dodge Scrap Metal Recyclers highlights of the first 2 periods, keys for each side in this 3rd period. You would love to see the Blues maintain that intensity around the puck. That's what they've been known for. That's why they've scored over 100 goals across the 2020 season. They're able to get goals and get goals quickly. They can play the tempo from defence into their attacking zone and dictate the traffic on the low slot, which has been a big key for them throughout the season. What about for the Blackhawks? How can they negate it? Because they've shown a lot of desperation over the last 2 periods. At least they're not 5 goals behind, although some may say they should have been after the opportunities in the first period. What can they do to negate the pressure?
They just need to put the puck into the net. Most of that period for them was played at either 4-on-4 or with a man advantage, so they need to just be putting the puck into the net. They've tightened up their defence well, though.
A lot of questions still yet to be answered with only a period to go. It all comes down to this for both sides. The Blackhawks, it's the biggest 3rd period of the season, because if they win, the finals will stay on until at least next week. There'll be a decider next week if the Blackhawks win. But if the Blues win, if the Flyers Blue win tonight, then the championship trophy will be in their hands for season 2020 in just 2 games. We'll take one last break, but when we do come back, all the 3rd period action between the Blues and the Blackhawks, where it's the Blues leading 3-1 here at the Cockburn Ice Arena with just 1 period remaining.
Commodore, Mustang, Camaro, Tickford, V8 supercharged, diesel. We don't care what it is, we just make them better. Visit formulatech.com.au.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Potentially the last period of the 2020 IHWA Premier League season, or if the Blackhawks have something to say about it, maybe one and then three more next week at the Cockburn Ice Arena if Game 3 is necessary. The Blues lead at 3-1. Well, thanks to CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers and, of course, Champions Auto Glass for the power plays. We thank them for coming on board across season 2020. Paul Persick with you alongside Luke Worthington in the commentary position over here in Cockburn, where it's a great atmosphere. Everybody keeping themselves safe and having a great time here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, not just along the bleachers, but also along the plexiglass of the end boards here at the Cockburn Ice Arena and inside cabin 401, where, of course, a big warm steak was provided by the wonderful bar and grill team over here in Cockburn. And, of course, they're all absolutely magnificent members of the crew there, serving us wonderfully well in season 2020. One more period still to go. The puck's about to drop. Can the Blackhawks come back? Or will it be the Blues holding on for what will be a fantastic end to what has been a big year in 2020 for them as a whole? So the puck drops in favour of the Blues. Kairos working it from the back. And he's going to get it back. Good work there from Campbell to send Kairos deep into that attacking zone. Hoists it deep behind the goal line now, but it trickles along the sideboards. Cox. He's got Kudla on his own, although space is limited. Good forward checking there by Gould, but he's got a gap. Kairos looking for the shot, that one missing, and hoisted to open ice where Cox is going to man it alongside the blue line. And keep in mind, it is 5-on-3 for the next 50 seconds because those penalties carry over to the start of the next period. So the Blackhawks, they're going to have to do everything they can and traffic that low slot intently. Kairos. Now out to Campbell. Campbell shoots. That one ricocheted off Minson's pads and going towards the net above him. And it'll mean another face-off. Only half a minute to go in the double power play, if you will, where it's 5-on-3 in favour of the Flyers Blue. One more goal, especially out of this power play, could seal the deal for the Blues. Campbell wins it off the face-off. Kairos. Kudla on the edge of the line from the high point. Finds some space on the slot. Shoots. Well saved by Minson. Minson to Minson. Getting it out of the goal crease. And now the Blackhawks can recover momentarily. They have to keep the puck as back as possible. Kairos again. A reliable weapon in offense. Hoist the puck behind the goal line. They're going for the triangle play here. Slap shot from Cox, just to the right-hand side of the goals. And now Campbell. Campbell looking for some space. Back to 5-on-4 now. Woodman's been allowed back on. 20 seconds to go before the power play completely ends. And the Blackhawks will have completely killed it. Graham hoists the puck to open ice. No icing called. Referees say get on with it. And now Cox working it out from behind the goals to Kudla, who scored one of their goals early on in this matchup. Langle. Blackhawks making a few line changes, but they can't dilly-dally too long. Nurich goes for the cross-ice pass towards Kairos again. And no, it's Jeffries, I should say. Jeffries to Brote. Finding Lamb. Back to Brote. Looking for his second. Cross-ice pass. That one is flicked over the top there by Nurich off the net. Onto the net, I should say. And that'll be another face-off. Neutralised face-off this time. 12 minutes and 50 still to go. 3-1 the score in favour of the Blues. And, of course, 35-21 shots on target in favour of the Blues.
And pretty incredible to see the Blackhawks come back into the shot count as they have in this game. We're back underway. Garrett shooting it right off the draw. They score! And in the unlikeliest of circumstances, held goalless for 17 minutes. Flyers blue. Yurich sneaks one in under the pads of Minson, who was screened in front. Not the way you would expect it to go.
Jeffries off the back of the face-off, finding Yurich quite easily, who had some time and space to go for the wrist shot towards the goals. That one just tipping in between Minson's legs there, over the line for the goal. As we mentioned, one goal off that could have potentially sealed the championship for the Blues.
Woodman pushing it cross ice. Here come the Blackhawks up the left-hand side. Working it in front. Puck gets frozen by McCann. And the Blackhawks are really going to struggle to properly get back into this one, I think.
4 goals to 1.
So now here's Bro, back to Lamb, back to Bro. Now he's skating it up the left side, just lost the handle of the puck. It skips over to the right-hand side, but no trouble. Jeffries was nearly there. Puck gets played offside by Blue. So play slowing down a little bit after the goal. Really unlucky goal there for the Blackhawks to concede, especially given how well they played defensively throughout the second period. And that goes off again with 12 minutes and 14 seconds left in this game. Flyers blue have the opportunity to try and run up the score like they usually do, or park the bus, and I'm comfortable with the fact that they will be able to do either. Cox. Face-off's one back. Campbell skating onto it behind the net. He's pressured heavily by Hammond. Puck gets worked around now where it's controlled by Graham, but pushed out into the middle. Turned over by Kudla. Cox is steaming down the right wing. Cox looking for options. Almost stopped up behind the net. In front, Kairos scores.
Brilliantly done there by Cox. He knew he had to go cross ice to Kairos, but we're looking for the ideal opportunity. And then when Kairos was the lone presence in the low slot for the Blues, Cox was able to make the effective cross ice pass back to the low slot. And Kairos just tipped it in quite easily to effectively say signed, sealed and delivered, Luke Worthington. The Blues have got both hands now on the championship trophy for 2020.
And I think I'd be a good bookmaker. I put the over at 6 goals as a win from Flyers Blue. We're currently at 5, so might end up somewhere around that.
Could be very lucky if your multi gets your way, Luke Worthington. And now they're pulling their goalie, the Blackhawks.
Yeah, so Minson's just having some equipment trouble, so they're going to stop the game while he sorts out everything here on the bench. Just give him a second. Looks like there's trouble with the pads underneath the jersey. So Minson's just going to have to go back to the locker room. So we're just going to see play stop here for a little bit.
Well, while we're on this delay, of course, that last goal, when Kairos got it from Andrew Cox, Cox knew he had to time that cross-ice pass effectively. He had to be patient. And that's exactly what he did, as we see here on the replay in a moment. Thanks to CD Dodd's Scrap Metal Recyclers, Cox's play went along the wings and had to go from behind the goal line to wait for Kairos to penetrate the low slot quite quickly. And that's what he did to great effect too.
I think Minson was having equipment trouble at that point. He's gone storming off the ice into the dressing room to quickly try and sort whatever it is out. He took the jersey off, took the helmet off, and took the glove off. So it seems like something has happened, but the Blackhawks timeout has expired now, so Minson's going to be coming back shortly, but they're not going to be able to continue the game without a starting goalie that cannot operate in his current equipment, so they're going to need to sort that out in the locker room and give them as much time as they need.
Yeah, but it'll be an extended delay of the game with that in mind. But that'll give the Blackhawks a little bit of time just to compose themselves and find a way to peg back some respectability in that scoreline. Referee's just asking a few questions. Minson has not gone to the locker rooms. He's gone outside of the arena completely to try and get some new pads. And as you mentioned, because he did have a few pad troubles while manning the net, it was quite difficult at that stage. So we'll still have a bit of a delay going on here. 11 minutes 50 still to go. 5-1 the score in favour of the Flyers blue. Blackhawks still waiting, maybe impatiently.
So, just seeing, we're going to be back out in a couple of minutes. So, Minson's equipment troubles seeming to be quite serious. The game will not continue without him. I think we can say that for sure.
Absolutely.
So, the Blackhawks, their tight defense that they had throughout the second period has been broken open.
I think it was all down to not just good work from the puck by Cox and also Kairos, but also their good net front pressure that has been demonstrated not just by the Blackhawks, by the Flyers blue, I should say, across this grand final series, but also across the season too. And that's something that the Blackhawks have found very difficult to try and contain, despite the traffic on the low slot for most of this game. As
we see a goalie whose gear
Minson's coming back
to be
now.
In perfect condition. Mark McCann has been a key player throughout this game, and Minson is back, ready to play in the game. So it seems like either the pads or the strap on the shorts were the issue.
Good thing he's getting back very quickly too, and solving all those issues that he had with the equipment. Now he can get back on, and we can get the action back underway and going back to his zone, just alongside the net. So play stopped with 11 minutes 50 on the clock and the scoreline being 5-1. With a great goal by Kairos from Andrew Cox, providing a great cross-ice pass, allowing Kairos to tip in an easy goal and effectively seal the championship for the But the Flyers blue, they know they want to get on with it, Luke Worthington, because as we mentioned, not just throughout the season, not just in this game, but throughout the season, they are a big scoring team.
Puck gets pushed down low into the zone where it's skated onto by Minson. Pushing it out from behind the net finds Woodman. Up ice for McCarlick. Puck's almost broken up, but it goes along to Goulds. Goulds with a slapper from the right-hand side. It was blocked in front. Now at the top of the blue line, Graham's going to try and control it. Scrum in shoes along the boards, and the puck squirts out where it's controlled by Campbell. Taken back by Woodman in the D zone for the Hawks. Pushed up ice, McCarlick tries to tip it through. Goulds is on the puck, worked it past Campbell, skating onto it down low's Kudla with pressure from Liam Campbell. Puck gets pushed around behind the net. Kudla controlling it. He's going to work it through the middle. David Kudla working it in with speed. Kudla shooting, and the puck gets tipped aside by Minson. Kairos tried to keep the puck on side, but he had to skate it out into neutral ice. Bros controlling it. Lamb backhanding it. Kairos nearly had it. Wilson dumped it in. Woodman with the puck behind the net, backhands it around. Lamb skates over the puck to drop it back for Bro. Lamb down low, around for Jeffries, pressured by Woodman. Puck gets pushed out where it's controlled up the left-hand side by Cuthbert. Through the middle, here comes Woodman. In front, Woodman shooting it over the net on the backhand.
Unlucky
Might have been
there.
a save by McCann. Now trying to work it out of trouble is Liam Jeffries. Pushed up the right-hand side, controlled by Bro. Through the middle for Yirich. Backhanding it across. Wilson's going to skate onto the puck against Woodman, the former and current captain of the Perth Thunder. Woodman forehanding it around. Puck evades Lamb. Skating onto it now is Davison. Behind the net, Lamb trying to work it out of trouble. In the middle now, puck almost broken up by the Hawks, but here comes Kairos, has Cox in front, nearly got it on the backhand, play broken up by Davison.
Again, Davidson showing that he is a good defender under adverse circumstances. Really had to block off the high traffic that the Blues had presented on that low slot. Now the Blackhawks can recover this time. Here's Hammond. Hammond loses the stick and almost actually lost his skates too. Davidson in the meantime on the breakaway, looking for the pass to Woodman, but picked off brilliantly there by Kudla. Hasn't he been a key in defence and in attack in this game? 38 to 23 shots on target, by the way. 9 minutes to go before the end of the game and the season. It'll be all blue in 2020. Kudla, cross-ice pass. Good cross-ice pass, in fact, out to Kairos. What a weapon he's been across the season. Definitely one of the players of the year. Kudla, his wrist shot. To no avail. Kairos again, keeping his skates on. Davidson and Langle. Well played by Langle to gather the puck. It goes only as far as Graham and Davidson. And now Langle again takes back control of the puck. Cross ice to Kudla. Long streaming pass to Kairos. He's looking for the centering pass to Langle on the low slot. Kairos goes himself. Saved again by Minson. Tipped in. But wide of the goals. Campbell looking to recover for the Flyers blue. Nurich fakes the wrist shot, but not effective enough. Woodman looking for the center. Cross ice pass to Gould, who was the only present on the low slot. Woodman shoots. Tipped off McCann's pads there. McCann, he's been on fire this season. Campbell, Brote, and Woodman behind the goal line. Hoist it to his advantage. Only as far as Jeffries. Jeffries pins hard by Woodman. Goulds. And now Graham. Turned over by the Blues again. Lamb. Cross-ice pass to Jeffries. Out wide to Nurich. Nurich looking for the tip-in, and Minson on the last line of defence, making the save, and tensions almost boiling over on the crease there. Referees just breaking it up, making sure we don't get any fights. As you see here on the replay, Jeffries' beautiful centering pass. And Nurich was in great position to make the tip-in, but Minson really making it a close for comfort contest, but in the end freezing the puck on the crease. And players just converging on the goal crease. A little bit exuberant there on the CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers replay. But we're going to see a face-off alongside the blue line. And on the dot is going to be Jeffries and Goulds. Goulds was down on the face-off. The puck almost going out of the box. But it's offside. Quite an interesting position to be in, but it is a position nonetheless. And it'll be a repeat in proceedings. Just alongside the blue line on the Flyers blue attacking zone. Going to be Jeffries and Goulds to do battle in this face-off. Jeffries wins it, goes out back to Nurich on the breakaway. No forechecking by the Blackhawks until now. And Casey Minson's able to hoist it to open ice. And it's going to quickly be covered by Wilson. Wilson goes forward. Pass out to Brote. The blind pass, in fact, momentarily turned over there by Woodman. But covered by Nurich. From the corner of attacking ice. His shot, saved by Minson. Flicked back to Woodman. Woodman has got a couple of Blues to beat. Pinned hard to the sideboards there by Jeffries, but Woodman maintains control brilliantly. Still under pressure from Jeffries, but he's on the breakaway now. Good positioning by Goulds to give Woodman a clear path. He's along the wings, looking for the centering pass out to Goulds. But good defence there on the low slot by the Flyers blue. And Minson just hoists it up towards the net. And that'll mean a stoppage. Again, that passage when the Blackhawks were transitioning from defence into attack, it was good positioning by Goulds to allow Minson to go for that gap. It was Graham, I should say, to find himself an easy path towards the attacking zone. It's just disappointing that they couldn't convert off that opportunity, because these opportunities for the Blackhawks have come a lot easier compared to the Blues in the last two periods. Although the Blues have been able to convert more of their opportunities. Neal shoots. Tipped off McCann's pads. Cuthbert first to recover. Tipped off by Campbell. And it's into the path of Kudla. Goes for the long pass towards centre ice. Casey Minson covers it brilliantly, but he's under pressure there from Cox. Behind the goal line now, one-on-one. Both fall flat on their backs.
Oh, come on.
And I don't know about the whistle being blown there. It looked like a good hard contest there, Luke Worthington. And if one of them gets sent to the penalty box, it'd have to be a stiff one. In fact,
so
yes.
Let's just see what actually happened here. So they're going to send Minson
yes,
to the box.
From
they're going to say, I'm not sure what the call was
for. From the naked eye, it looked like a bit of interference on the high stick from the naked eye. But nonetheless, it looked like a pretty stiff one there, Luke Worthington.
And plays back underway. Puck push cross ice to Campbell, shooting and a save by Minson. So, already on the power play. Flyers blue looking comfortable. with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this.
They don't want to take their foot off the gas, though.
Absolutely not, as the puck's one out to the side. Kairos is going to control it down low. He's holding onto the puck, pushing it across, nearly taken away by Cox, but it's going to be worked down the other end by the Blackhawks. Here they come in front, and a save by McCann. Now trying to hold on to it, the Blackhawks. Kudla working it out of the defensive zone. Drop pass back to himself. Now Cox. Puck gets batted out. Almost taken away by Goulds.
Good pass.
Cross ice for Bro. And now here's Ben Bro. Working it through the middle is Bro. Bro still down low. Oh, and that cross ice pass would have been home if it wasn't tipped off the skate of Woodman. Bro to Yurich. Yurich shooting. Nearly tipped in front. Jeffries tries to push the puck out to the side. Kairos holding on to it. Battling hard with Woodman down low. Now Goulds. Goulds working it out of there. 5 minutes left in game 2 of the grand final. And Blue look ready to take this one home as they work it up the right-hand side. Puck pushed out to Lamb, through the middle to Jeffries. Jeffries trying to work it around Woodman, pushed out to Goulds. Goulds working on the puck against Langell. Langell dumps the puck in down low, skating onto it Woodman. So's Kairos. Kairos holding the puck down low. Kairos has options, finds Jeffries. Jeffries from behind the net. What can he do here? To the top of the blue line for Lamb, shooting it in. Blocked in front. Now here come the Blackhawks the other way. Working the puck in, a shot fired, goes high and wide over the net. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Now behind the net, Kudla's going to look to work it out of trouble. Working down the right-hand side, Flyers Blue. Just missed the stick
offside
of Langell, and offside is going to be the call.
As you see here, as soon as the offside call was made, Hammond trying to take Langell off his skates, but unfortunately he was the one that ended up on the ice on his back. As the presentation tables are about to be put into the ice at the end of the game.
And good to see Flyers Orange here behind the net watching the game as we're back underway. Kudla has possession of the puck in the defensive zone. It tipped off Kairos' stick, across through to Minson, but now it's going to be controlled by Kudla. Drop pass, back to Yurich. What can he do here?
Ooh.
Cross ice pass to Cox. Yurich was shoved hard off the puck, shot by Bro, save Minson, and another save by Minson on the rebound. A flash of leather.
And a flash of brilliance too by Minson, especially under pressure when the Flyers Blue were able to get heavy traffic on that low slot. Able to go to his left and make the save at the last second. Would have been an easy tip in there for Kudla. But Minson inside the crease making a marvellous save under pressure. Last 3 minutes and 37 seconds for the season. Jeffrey centering past to Broit, and Broit puts the final nail in the coffin. Broit nets a double. And the Flyers Blue make it 6-1. It's a championship winning display by the Blues. As you see here on the replay, take us through this one, Luke.
So we can see here the puck, it's just more of a stray bounce. They tried to push the puck across. It might have, his stick might have just been blocked as he made the pass to Bro. So I think he just got the pass off that he was intending to get off, and Bro, in all alone in wide open space, manages to bat it into the net.
Face-off being won by the Blues. They go at back to Kudla. 6-1 in favour of the Blues. They've scored 3 in this final period. The Blackhawks, none. It's been typical of the Flyers Blue game plan this season. Nurich looking for the cross-ice pass to Kudla. Kudla's shot frozen there by Minson. Well saved again by Minson. Even though he's had 6 goals go past him, you can't discredit Minson's form this season as the net tender for the Blackhawks. You've only seen the Blackhawks play twice this season, but if you're not impressed by Liam Minson, then I don't know what will.
Yeah, absolutely. Really impressive.
It's going to be Jeffries and Goulds on the dot. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. Face off pretty much even Stevens, but Goulds was able to go for the drop and find Woodman. Woodman hoists it to his own advantage, but it's covered off brilliantly there by Kudla. And now the cross pass to Kairos against Minson. Minson was first to it. Manning it on the defensive zone. Goes forward, out to Hammond. Campbell it is, I should say. Beautiful cross pass, hoisted to the advantage of Woodman. Woodman on the edge of the slot. Woodman looking to tip it in from behind the goal line. And McCann with a good save at the last moment. Down on the knees. The officials beside me in the commentary position. They've got all the trophies set for the final presentations for 2020 in the Premier League. The Blues, they know they've got it. And in the meantime, a penalty has been called. And that's going to go against the Blues. It's going to be Ben Brote, who scored that marvellous goal off the face-off. Oh, no penalty it is, I should say. He's just been sent to the bench. Looked like a penalty for the moment, but...
It did.
I always get that impression because here in the commentary box, we're facing the way of the penalty box. And the referee's whistle blowing again. Looked like it was offside there.
So, with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the grand final, Flyers Blue just need to hold on. Shots 47-25.
So this time...
An offensive masterclass, and there's going to be an interference call go against Juric.
Yep, and he'll spend some time in the penalty box.
So Blackhawks pretty much going to end the grand final on the power play, pretty much as they have been all game. Probably there. I mean, we've lost count of the power plays here. We'd be getting up to double digits now on Blackhawks power plays, and power plays for the game would be probably hovering around 14. Coming back the other way now, Kairos working it up the right-hand side. Kairos is down low. What can he do here? Kairos looking for options in front. Wilson, top of the blue line, down low for Kairos. Still holding on to it is Kairos. Can they get one more chance? Backhanded down low for Cox. Cox cross ice. Kairos has it again. Puck just tipped over his stick. Now here they come the other way through. Graham, the Blackhawks, is trying to set up in the offensive zone. Cross ice pass. They just fanned on it. It was Campbell. Might have caught McCann there had he got all of it. But here comes Lamb on the right wing. Winds up a shot and a save by Minson. Now Hammond has the puck. Pushes it up the right-hand side for Campbell. Puck whistled around by Wilson. Push back down low. Wilson has it again. Blackhawks trying to control the puck now. Wilson still trying to hold on to it. 1 minute left in the power play for the Blackhawks. 1:21 left in the grand final. Clock almost bleeding down to a minute. Pushed into the middle. Controlled by Kudla. Shooting blocked in front. Puck behind the net now.
Kudla in a 2-on-1. Almost back-checked there by both Blackhawks. Kudla still maintains control of the puck. It's alongside the sideboards. Finds some space on the slot. Brote combines with Jeffries, and Jeffries sinks it in. Jeffries too has scored a double, and they just add another nail in the coffin. 7-1 in favour of the Blues. It's on their road to a championship. As you can see here, Kudla, great solo effort to break away from the Blackhawks defenders. Brote with a beautiful cross-ice pass to Jeffries. Deep in the low slot and seals the deal in an emphatic way for the Flyers Blue. And they know they've got both hands on the championship trophy. They just want to man these 53 seconds steadily. They've still got 27 seconds still on the power play against them, but I don't think they would care in the slightest. Kudla on the edge of the goal line. Beautiful pass. Gets it cross ice towards Kairos. Hasn't hit the scoreboard much. He's only scored 1 goal in each of the 2 games. He's been a deadly weapon in that offensive end. Campbell just steadily breaking away. Not a lot of forward-checking going on. Beautiful back flick to Kairos. Can he add one more cherry on top of that big blue cake? Decides to go behind the goal line and just man the seconds. We're in the last 20 seconds of this contest and the season. Out the back goes Campbell. The puck on the edge of the blue line. Kudla on a 3-on-1, hoisting it out to Kairos. Kairos' shot. Looking for the tip in is Campbell. As we tick down the last 5 seconds of 2020, the championship dreams are true in blue. The Flyers Blue are Premier League champions in 2020. An incredibly dominant display, not just tonight, but all throughout the season. They won 12 times in the regular season and dominated in the grand final. They won the series 2-0. And they did it in such strong style, Luke Worthington. 7-1 tonight. And they lift the championship trophy in 2020.
Absolutely dominant season by Flyers Blue. I mean, for a lot of us, I think we thought the writing was on the wall at the start of the season with this team. One of the best teams to ever play in this league, given that they were stacked with Thunder players that were unable to play in the Australian Ice Hockey League this year. So really, really dominant performance by this team, and one of the best Premier League performances I think we'll see ever. Yeah, absolutely. It's such a strong depth and such a strong conviction and commitment that the Flyers Blue have been able to carry across the 2020 season, and that's seen them win so many games, dominate the competition, and have an influx of talent from the Perth Thunder, as you mentioned, not being able to play in what is now a cancelled Australian Ice Hockey League for this season. But to see them shine, pardon me, on the local stage, the state leagues, it's still fantastic to see. And for the Blues, well, just caps off a dream season, if you want to be fair. 12 wins, 2 losses, over 100 goals this season, and they've proven why they're the cornerstone of the competition in 2020. Players shaking hands on a good game and a good season too. We're on the verge of not having a season at all in West Australian sport due to the coronavirus pandemic ravaging the state, but all around the world for that matter. But we got a season underway, 15 rounds, including semi-finals and finals, and it's ended with the Flyers Blues celebrating in their glory, and rightfully so, the champions of 2020. And again, just a dominant performance by this team. They'll be stoked, these guys, to win a championship together. They came close, about 8 of them last year in the Australian Ice Hockey League's Goodall Cup final. So for this core group of players to get a grand final together is fantastic. And it's a good core of players that they've got, you know, especially with the influx of Perth Thunder stars, but also some young talent as well that are shining brightly. I mean, if you look at guys like Kairos, what a weapon he's been offensively across the season. But also you've got the experienced veterans there like Lamb, like Kudla, and even Ben Brote, who scored a double tonight. They've got so many weapons at both ends of the rink. You can't help but think about this impressive side for 2020. And now it will be their honour to lift the cup after a small presentation by Ice Hockey West Australia President Paul McCann.
With the Cockburn Blackhawks team and the West Coast Flyers Blue team. 2020 has been an intriguing year, as you all know, and I think we're all pretty pleased to get to the end of it unscathed. Certainly, I'd just like to say a quick word of thanks to the executives of the clubs and all the teams, all the players. Tonight, the officials, Matt Gregory and Corey Ross with the bands, with Aaron Coral and Ethan Robinson were on the lines. Thank you very much, guys, for a fantastic. I'd just like to welcome to the ice as well Vice President of West Coast Fellows. And Bruce Ross. Can't see Melbourne anywhere. As for Melbourne, for Blackhawks as earlier, we certainly have missed the season. And Lee Williams from Blackhawks. I'd also like to recognise.
We'll leave the presentations there as we are just about to wrap things up. As you can see, they are the champion side. The dreams coming true in blue for season 2020 for the Flyers Blue. They were virtually unstoppable across the 2020 season. We'll now run some highlights to wrap things up, thanks to CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers. Luke, if you want to sum up this game in a few sentences, really. The Flyers Blue were just too good in this grand final series. They had the depth, they've got the experience, and they proved it when it counted.
Yeah, and just such a solid team. They did exactly what they needed to do in this game. And what a tip by me. I should be a bookmaker. 6 goals. They ended up winning the match.
You'd be getting about hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that multi if Sportsbet was betting on it. But credit also must go to the Blackhawks too. You know, they were valiant in defeat, even though they were outclassed by many goals in both of these grand final games. They knew that getting to a grand final, despite the situation that they've been faced with, having to play all their games here and not travelling to the Perth Ice Arena, I think it's still a proud achievement that Felicity Svensson and her team should be very, very proud of still, regardless of the big losses in these 2 grand final games today.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Really solid season by the Blackhawks, and in a regular season without so many Perth Thunder players, maybe they would be champions.
Yeah, maybe. And of course, with the run of injuries that they had, obviously with Sack and McMahon not playing, and I think that should be underlined that Sack and McMahon weren't playing in this grand final series. If they had been present on the ice, maybe the result would have been different, but anything can happen in ice hockey, and that often is a cliche that often gets dismissed wrongly in many occasions. But I think that should be an underlined fact from the Blackhawks' point of view. Well, Luke, it's been an absolute pleasure covering ice hockey with you across the 2020 season. Great job from you on the Perth Ice Arena games for much of the regular season, and of course in the grand final series and the semi-finals as well this season. And all the best with what you're going to do in the leading months. And if we don't see you in 2021, it's been great to work with you. And on behalf of all the FRS team, a job well done, mate. Very well done. Paul. And, of course, we thank you, the viewers, wherever you may be across Western Australia and around the world, for tuning in across the 2020 IHWA Premier League season. It's been fun. It's been enjoyable. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers, and, of course, Champions Autoglass for the power play. Thanks to DRN1 and Front Row Screens for taking the broadcast of IHWA Premier League action across the season. To our crew, you've been fantastic. To our fans that have attended the games in person, you've also shown a great passion for local sport. But as we wrap up from the Cockburn Ice Arena, and for the final time in the 2020 Premier League season, the Flyers Blue, the champion team of the season, they've won the Grand Final Series 2-0, 7 goals to 1. And on behalf of all the team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening, and hopefully we'll see you for more Premier League action in 2021.
The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Champion Autoglass, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers.